Singh, Deputy Director, Center for E-Governance, organizing the FDP. And now the new session will start with Dr. Ashok Motani. So you are with Ashok Motani, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, screen is visible, PPT is visible now.
Yeah, please.
Okay, should I continue?
Yeah, please you continue, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good morning to all of you. I am sorry because of some network problem. We are delayed, but we will cover this time. The topic for today's discussion is role of green technology in minimizing radiation effects. Now here we are knowing that green engineering. It is the design, commercialization, and use of process and products in such a way that it reduces pollution, promotes sustainability, and minimizes the risk to human health and the environment without sacrificing economic viability and efficiency. Now, what is green technology? This refers to type of technology that is considered environmental friendly based on its production process or its supply chain. Because supply chain is also one of the key aspects nowadays. It is gaining momentum and it is affecting all this green technology that is it refers to clean energy production, use of alternative fuels and technologies that are less harmful to environment as compared to fossil fuels. But at the same time, they should also reduce the byproducts or wastage or somewhat at some places where finding radiation effects are there. Now I will go to the main concept, that is how what is radiation and how it can be minimized or its impact can be minimized, because radiation is very harmful at some places. It is very good in medical, in cancer treatment, in chemotherapy. This radiation therapy is used, but this is in within controlled condition and controlled intensity. But if it is uncontrolled, then that is harmful, just like Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Nagasaki. We find that still these Japanese generations, they are suffering from these radiation effects. Now, radiation, it is the energy. It travels in the form of energy waves or high-speed particles. Radiation can occur naturally or it is man-made. Two types of radiation are there: non-ionizing radiation, which includes radio waves, cell phones, microwaves, infrared radiation, and visible light. Because here we are finding one advisory from cell phones are those who are doctors and means specialists and brain specialists. They are advising कि we should not utilize cell phones when our head is, or if we are coming from outside, if it is raining, then we should not utilize these cell phones, because when our head is somewhat means our hair are somewhat means having some moisture content, then it is also affecting its performance is affected, because through cell phones also radiation is causing. Hence they are advising कि we should utilize cell phones to the minimum extent. Then microwaves, then infrared radiation and visible light. And ionizing radiation, it includes ultraviolet radiation, then radon, X-rays and gamma rays. This ultraviolet radiation that is also coming from sun also. Now, these sources of radiation exposure, that is background radiation, is all of us the time, but we are not knowing whether it is coming from where it is coming, but it is affecting. Because I have seen one episode of CBI on Sony channel, in which there is that they are investigating one case of person, means one incidence of persons death in Delhi, particularly in Delhi. And in that CBI episode, I have seen that they were means checking why how these persons they died. They were also worrying how it is possible, because they came to conclusion that those persons who died because of this, they were the scrap vendors, and they have purchased these items are that's like scraps, and this scrap, these iron parts, these iron pipes and other channels, they were exposed to radiation, and because of this radiation effect, they came to contact with this radiation impact, and because of this, the radiation impact was so hard that within 1 week they died, because their hairs were lost and their skin was becoming darker, blacker. And because of that, then they came to conclusion that these scrap vendors, open wale, so they came to in contact with that radiation, radiated that scrap, and these means affected their human life. So this is also big. They were not knowing how it is there, but it under that CBI inquiry, these were investigating the how it is possible, and then it come to conclusion that it was because of that reason. These radioactive materials are in the ground, soil, water, even our bodies also. This background radiation also come from outside space and the sun. Other sources are man-made, such as X-rays, radiation therapy to treat cancer, and electrical power lines. Now, radiation doses are commonly expressed in millisieverts. This is the unit of millisieverts or REM. International unit for this radiation doses, it is millisieverts, and in US it is REM. This tone is determined from one-time radiation exposure or from accumulated exposure over time, because just like these pilots, those who are having, if they want to means take the license from DGCA as the commercial pilots or the authorized or the trained pilot, then their experience of means running the handling this plane is considered total cumulative time. The same it is here coming accumulated exposure over time, means total from where which date it started and up to what date they have to take. And there are therapy in that radiation therapy. There are doses are fixed after the 1 day or once in a week or twice in a week or once in a month, depend upon that cancer growth and other the cells. And according to that, their doses are fixed and they are prescribed that doses. This about 99% of individuals would not get cancer as a result of one-time uniform whole body exposure of 100 millisieverts or 10 rem or lower. If these they are taking that dose, just like we are now taking coronavirus, that Covishield and Covaxin, these vaccines, and we are now at least to some extent, at least something to major extent, we are now comfortable that at least we will not be easily exposed or suffering from corona, because this is the antibodies have been developed in our bodies now. At this dose, it will be extremely difficult to identify excess cancers caused by radiation when about 40% of men and women in the will be diagnosed. Now, risks are low. The EPA sets regulatory limits and recommends emergency response guidelines below 100 millisieverts, means they have prescribed that limits to for that 10 rem. Now, limiting cancer risk from radiation. Here, remove it. Here. Now, this limiting cancer risk from radiation in the environment, this APA, Environmental Protection Agency, they have bases its regulatory limits and non-regulatory guidelines for public exposure to low-level ionizing radiation. And this linear no threshold model, LNT, this assumes that the risk of cancer due to low dose exposure is proportional to dose with no thresholds. In other words, cutting the dose in half cuts the risk in half. This relationship is there. Then exposure pathways are there. Now, external exposure when a radioactive source is outside the body, that is X-rays and gamma rays. Then internal sources exposure, that is when radioactive material gets inside the body, just like by eating and drinking, breathing, or injection from certain medical procedures. Or some cases have been found in which those persons who are eating fish, and these fish, if because when they are in sea and they are some material, if radioactive material is dispersed, means thrown in sea, and these materials are means inhaled or taken by fish, and those people who are means eating the fish, and this is causing that means a radiation effect. Because of this, also some cases are there. Those, at least in non-veg persons, those who are eating fish, particularly fish. And radionuclides may pose a serious health itself. Now, this is the case in which how much amount of radiation that is to be given, it is shown here on that graph corner. Just like parameter is there, thermometer is there, this is also. Now, what are the health effects of radiation exposure? The radiation has been around us throughout evolution. Our bodies are designed to deal with low levels we are exposed to every day, because today even daily we are exposed to ultraviolet rays. When we are in the sun, we are taking, at least in winter season, doctors prescribe for vitamin D deficient patients, or they are prescribing within this before 8 morning, we should take at least 15-20 minutes sunlight, morning sun rays we should take on our body, which is sit in sunlight in morning, so that we can this radio means vitamin D deficiency is controlled, and plus our germs, minor germs and fungus, it is killed. Sun is having that much impact. But the other side is that is ultraviolet radiation is also there. We are finding in the US and cold countries or developed countries, the people who are sitting on the seashore, they are sitting, or when they are moving on the road, they are using umbrella when they are walking. Because they are, means their body gets means darkened because of this ultraviolet rays of sunlight. Hence, they are using that umbrella, just like we are using umbrella in monsoon, but they are using this umbrella in some summer, when hot summer is there. So they should be protected from ultraviolet rays of solar. Too much radiation can damage the tissue cells by changing cell structure and damaging DNA. This causes serious health impacts, including cancer. The amount of damage that exposure to radiation can cause depends on several factors, including type of radiation. The dose or the amount of radiation is also affecting. Now, being exposed to a lot of radiation over short period of time, such as from radiation emergency, can cause skin burns also, because we have seen that those who are suffering from cancer and those who are taking this chemotherapy, their body is becoming darker as compared to general person. So this is the side effect of that radiation. It may also lead to acute radiation syndrome, that is ARS, or radiation sickness. These symptoms of ARS includes headache and diarrhea. Then they are usually start within hours. The symptoms will go away when the person feels healthy. In some cases, ARS cause death in the following days or weeks. Suppose this exposure is more, or some persons, those who are having less immunity, they might die because of this impact of that radiation. Exposure to low levels of radiation in the environment does not cause immediate health effects. Now, these ionizing radiations, in which these radiations are by their natural potentially harmful to life, at high doses can be lethal, or low doses can cause generic damage. These human activities have enhanced exposure and new sources have been created. The toxicity of radionuclides derives almost exclusively from the effects of radiation. Some parts of the electromagnetic spectrum, such as gamma rays and X-rays from nuclear sources and electron guns beams, which have wavelengths less than 8 to 10 meters, are said to be ionizing. That is, radiations and fields that have enough energy to produce ionization of matter such as gases and biological matter. The non-ionizing radiations, these radiations with a wavelength of more than 10 to 8 meters, they are non-ionizing. These include electromagnetic fields or non-ionizing ultraviolet radiation. The effects of low frequency electric and magnetic fields are included, as well as exposure to ultraviolet B radiation. Means there are some classifications of ultraviolet A, B, and C. Now, different treatments for acute radiation sickness. Before they start treatment, healthcare professionals need to figure out how much radiation our body absorbs. They will ask about symptoms, do some blood tests, some pathology tests, and use device that measures the radiation, just like thermometer we are using. So this type of meters are there in which this is checked how much RAM or radiation waves have been means exposure to type body. They also try get more information about exposure, such as type of radiation. Then this treatment focus on reducing and treating infections, preventing dehydration, and treating injuries and burns. Some people may need treatment that help to bone marrow to help that the bone marrow recover its function because it is also affecting that bone marrow. And if we are exposed to certain types of radiation, our provider may give us treatment that limits or removes the contamination, and it may get treatments of our symptoms. How it can be prevented, how we can be safeguarded from that. So different steps are there, some preventions are there. That is, if our healthcare providers recommends a test that uses radiation, ask about its risks and benefits. Because when we are taking X-ray or any MRI in any uh, diagnostic center in X-ray clinic, and they are using that shields, so that only what parts is to be taken X-ray of that, only that is taken, remaining parts should not be exposed to that, hence they are providing some jackets or shields. In some cases we may be able to have different tests that does not use radiation. If we need a test that uses radiation, do some research into local imaging facilities, because this is also required. And some monitors are there and use techniques to reduce the doses they are giving to patients. Then reduce electromagnetic radiation exposure from all our cell phones, because this electromagnetic radiation is from cell phones. Hence, those who are using now, even a majority of we are using earphones now, or Bluetooth devices we are using, so that it is minimum exposure to our ear and mouth and our head. So these are now some preventive measures. Those who are using cell phones, they are means using these earphones also, or some speakers also, so that we can use that. At this time, scientific evidence has found a link cell phone use and health problems in humans. We can reduce how much time we spend on our phone, because all means medical experts and our physicians, they advise us to use minimum phone whenever it is required, because some are habitual of utilizing these phones, and they are in means a number of long hours they are talking on the phone. We should at least put it, if it is essential, then we can use speakers so that it will not be close to our mouth or head. And we should means we can utilize even now internet or Skype is there, or just like this. We are using some meetings. We can use this some platforms, Google Meet and other Microsoft. These are Webex. These type of tips. This is also preventive measures. Those who are employees, and those it is essential for them to have constant means touch with mobile phones, so they can minimize the side effects of electromagnetic radiation on that. We can use speaker mode or headsets. Then if we live in a house, test the radon levels, and if we do, get a radon reduction system also, because some preventive measures are also there. During a radiation emergency, get inside a building to take shelter, stay inside with all the windows and doors shut, because we find that those who are living adjoining to these atomic research centers or atomic powers or nuclear power stations, so there are some chances of exposure of radiation from nuclear materials. These fuels are these raw materials. So these are some isotopes are there, and some means uranium and plutonium and other these radioactive materials are there, and probably there are chances of exposure of these to nearby areas. So we can reduce that or take be inside in that and close windows and doors. Because in adjoining areas in thermal power stations, the pollution, air pollution, and the dust is so huge. Those who are living in the campus of that power station, thermal power stations, I have worked in thermal power station, and I've seen that these we to clean the room every 3-4 hours, because so minute particles are gathered inside the room or inside the house. Every 2-3 hours we have to sweep that, clean that, because it is continuous coming minute particles, and these are we are inhaling that in our lungs, and it is the one of the challenge nowadays because of this corona, or because of lungs infection. This corona is means attacking more on these persons. Then various types of radiation and how exposure might affect cancer risk. this ultraviolet radiation, which is coming from sun and man-made sources, just like tanning beds. People may be exposed to this type of radiation from three main sources. That is natural background radiation, which coming from cosmic rays from our solar system and radioactive elements normally present in the soil. This is major contributor to worldwide radiation exposure because majority of this ultraviolet radiation it is from sun. Since we are finding nowadays, Salman Khan is giving one advertisement of Imami, Fair and Handsome. That cream is there, in which our Fair and Lovely cream is there, which ladies and girls they are using, and they are advertising in that it is minimizing the impact of ultraviolet rays. Then medical radiation is used for X-rays, CT scans, and other tests as well as for radiation therapy. This therapy, radiation therapy, is used to treat some types of cancers and involves doses many thousand times higher than those used in diagnostic X-rays. Because just exposure are taking the X-ray pictures or that MRI, it is very minimum time contact. But those who are taking some doses, those cancer patients, those who are taking this radio chemotherapy or radiation, they are exposed to minimum half an hour of this radiation. And imagine what can be the impact of that rays on the body. Then non-medical man-made radiation is used in small amounts in food irradiation, airport security scanners, and some consumer products. Because these at airports or even in now banks and in other public places now are in a DMart and the supermarkets. These they person they are scanning, and in that scanners this if any explosive material or any lethal or any weapons are there, these are coming under that. Even at airport authorities, those who are means bringing either some this smuggling that some drugs or some type of gold. So in that scanning, it is easily means captured. These scanners are so powerful, but this is those persons because when we are crossing that airport's security check, we are passing through that scanners, and at that time it is our body is exposed to this radiation. Then exposure to man-made radiation can happen in certain workplaces also. And take example of the fabrication workshops in which welding processes or heating processes is going on, and there are some sort of this man-made radiation is there. And even some nuclear weapons testing or nuclear accidents are there. And take example of North Korea, its president Kim Jong, he is threatening the world. He is having a nuclear power bomb and nuclear bomb, and he will blast that. And because he is knowing the impact of this radiation, he means when this Nagasaki and Hiroshima they were exposed to nuclear bombs in 1942-45. Imagine that still their generations they are affected. Generations after generation is affected. It is hereditary, and still they are suffering from that. It is so vital, and it is just like non-curable. The natural background radiation. This background radiation in USA, this is average 3 MSV per year. For most people, background radiation accounts for their most of their exposure to ionizing radiation during the year. It comes from several different sources. And now cosmic rays. So these are radioactive particles that hit the Earth from outer space. They come from sun and from other stars. Earth's atmosphere blocks a portion of these rays, but some of them reach the ground because it is not totally protected. And because the atmosphere blocks some cosmic ray, exposure is greater at higher altitudes. Even people who live in Denver, Colorado, in US, it is at high elevation. They are exposed to slightly more cosmic rays as people living at sea level. It is also observation is there. Then people are also exposed to higher levels of cosmic rays during airplane flights because when those people who are living aside these airports, these are exposed to that, or those who are frequently traveling by air flights or traveling by air modes or airports utilizing transport that airplane transport, these are exposed to that. Then airline pilots and flight attendants who spend many of their time or many hours at high elevations are exposed to these. Then radiation in the earth. People are also exposed to small amounts of radiation from radioactive elements that occur naturally in rocks and soils, because in rocks also this radiation effect is there, and in soil also. Some of these may end in building materials used in houses and other structures, and tiny amounts of radiation may even be found in drinking water in some plant-based foods such as resulting contact with the soil. Even for people who are smokers, tobacco can cause a significant portion of yearly radiation they receive, because even they have come to a conclusion that smoking is also, those who are cigarette means addict of cigarette and smoking, so they are also exposed to this radiation. Then radon, it is also one of the most common source of background radiation, and this is odorless, colorless gas that is formed from the breakdown of radioactive elements in the ground. Radon levels are usually high inside buildings and homes, especially in levels closer to ground such as basements. Even those who are in mezzanine or underground are in, because in multi-story buildings we are finding that they are making some either parking or some houses are there in mezzanine or below ground level. So there is chances of exposure of radon to these people. Exposure to people who work in mines is also more because of radon radiation. Then medical radiation. These X-rays, gamma rays, and other forms of ionizing radiations are used to diagnose and treat some medical conditions. These can be in the form of radiation that penetrates from outside the body, radioactive particles that are swallowed or inserted into the body. Now, imaging tests such as X-rays, CT scan, nuclear medical tests such as PET scans and bone scans, these expose people to low levels of radiation in order to create internal pictures of the body, because when MRI is there, of course, this clear picture is there on our TV screen. When any this radiologist or a CT scan, our whole body is on the TV picture. But this is because of that radiation effect, and we are exposed to that radiation. Such imaging tests such as MRI and ultrasound do not expose people to ionizing radiation. And in adults, there are some limits to how much we can be safe in that. So that depends upon the level or the age or the means according to health of the person. Now, exposure from two views chest X-ray is about 0.1 MSV, while exposure from regular CT is about 7 or 8 MSV. Means that is also different there. How these X-rays are, or chest CT, it is there. This is 7 to 8, whereas from 2 chest X-ray it is 0.1. The exposure from PET or CT scan, which combines a PET scan of the body with CT scan, can be as high as 30 MSV. And fluoroscopy, which uses X-rays to make real-time moving images, is like getting many X-rays in a row. In that, people exposes different amounts of radiation depending on how it is used. And in children also, this is also depends on that. The setting of the scanners are adjusted for body size. Exposure levels can be higher than as compared to adults, because when any child is going for any imaging or test or CT scan, because his body are considered that dimensions of body, it is comparatively lower as compared to adults person. Hence, they are more exposed to that, because consider the size of the human body. So we can imagine it is in adults it is twice, almost twice, whereas in childs it is half. Hence, these means these children, they are exposed more in case they are taken any X-ray or CT scans. One study has found that abdominal CT may expose adult stomach to about 10 MSV, while newborn baby's stomach would be exposed to 20 MSV. By getting the same test without the settings at least, I mean at the same level of radiation, newborn baby stomach would be exposed to 20 MSV. This is also there. This is the case of the children. These are much sensitive to radiation than adults. While tests like CT scans, children might receive higher radiation. And this from these tests are not sure, but when such tests are done, it is important to use the minimum amount of radiation needed to get the image. Now, radiation therapy, that is X-rays, gamma rays, and other forms of ionizing radiation offers effective way to treat certain kinds of cancer, because in cancer it is the only treatment. Surgery, not all people are means sustainable to go to that surgery, and hence majority of are using this chemotherapy, the treatment with the help of radiation. During this radiation therapy, high doses of ionizing radiation, much higher than used for imaging tests, are directed at the cancer, resulting in death of the cancer cells. However, this can lead to DNA mutations in other cells that survive the radiation, which may be leading to development of second cancer. Means if we are treating one and it is side effect is it is creating another. This is also there. The cases are there. Then non-medical sources of man-made radiation are there, in which our human activities or even some uncontrolled or some accidents because of this is also there. Now, these nuclear weapons, these atomic bombs dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, Japan, they in that the people exposed to radiation from X-rays, gamma rays, and neutrons. Such people died fairly quickly as a result of burns and radiation sickness, but many survived, and those who survived, they were exposed to different amounts of radiation depending largely on how far they were from these explosions and how much time they were there. So this they have affected and deformities in their structures, in their means arms, their legs, and their body. It is also affected there. This is there. Even their skin is also affected there. Only about 2% of the survivors were exposed to high amounts of radiation, that is 1000 MSV or more, while almost one third were exposed to doses that were relatively low, means less than 5 MSV. So this is a study in and even the United States government conducted above ground nuclear tests in the South Pacific and in the state of Nevada between 1945 and 1962. So in that, the people in the military at the time were part of training exercise, and others were exposed to radiation while working at facilities making the bombs or other nuclear sites, and they were observing what can be the effect of this ionizing radiation. Then non-military people living near or downwind of the nuclear sites may have been exposed to radioactive byproducts. Levels of radiation are likely to be higher, but some radioactive particles from tests enter the atmosphere and travel great distance, landing thousands of miles away from the original site. Means once it is charged or it is exposed, then we cannot stop it. Even walls cannot stop that. For that, special walls are to be made, because radiation, it is very difficult to be controlled. This is the side effect of that. Even nuclear power plants, in which emissions of radiation from nuclear power plants are also monitored and controlled. Even EPA, Environmental Protection Agency of US, have done that the nuclear power operations account for less than 100% of average Americans' total radiation exposure. And these are the some of the cases in which these nuclear power accidents, and because of that, the people affected, in which in 1986 in Chernobyl, that is in Ukraine, this nuclear power plant was failure, and in that millions of people living in area up to radiation, directly or indirectly, and they realized that air ended into deposit on the ground. And the average dose to clean up workers was about 100 MSV. Some were exposed to very high doses, more than 1000 MSV. The average doses of people living in the area was 10 to 50 MSV, but they were exposed, some were exposed to 100 MSV, and even some people 1000, means imagine 100 times more. Now, even Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant in Japan. This is also one of the case, and because of the earthquake and tsunami effect, so this resulted in that failure of that nuclear power plant Fukushima. And this radiation was released into air, contaminating soil, food, and water, both fresh water and sea water. Because if drinking water is radiated or radioactive particles are there, then it is difficult to clean that, because when we are utilizing this water, so this is also one of the challenge if it is exposed to radioactivity materials or radioactive particles. So this within the plant radiation levels reached as 10,000 MSV per hour at Fukushima. Means so huge radiation impact was there. An area of more than 300 square miles around the plant was found to be contaminated with radiation. And because of these high radiation levels, the many areas were evacuated. The health effects are still studied, because it's 11, 12 years have gone, still these observations are going on. And workplace exposures, the people those who are working, we are finding. Voice is clear, na sir? Any problem? Hello? 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 Voice is clear? Hello? 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 हेलो। हाँ, आवाज आ रही है ना? देखो, और पिक्चर भी आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? क्योंकि वो पार्टिसिपेंट्स को मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ तो कोई जवाब नहीं दे रहा, मैं पूछ लूँ आवाज आ रही कि नहीं आ रही? हेलो रुको।
आवाज आ रही है, माइक शायद म्यूटेड है, इसलिए सर प्रॉब्लम है।
नाउ इट इज ओके?
माइक म्यूटेड है, आवाज आ रही है।
हाँ, तो माय वॉइस इज ऑडिबल ना टू ऑल ऑफ यू? ओके, वॉइस इज ओके? हेलो, हेलो, हेलो। हाँ हाँ, आवाज आ रही ना? ओके 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 ओके। अच्छा, ऐसा है क्या? तो इसलिए उनकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है। हाँ, नहीं, या तो कोई कम आप यानी आवाज आ रही कि नहीं, वो थोड़ा क्या है, अब मैं चालू हूँ, मुझे लगा कि क्या आवाज है, वो तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं ना, इसलिए मैं पूछ लो। Hello. 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 Hello.
हेलो।
हाँ सर, आवाज आ रही है
हाँ,
अभी?
हाँ, अशोक सर अब कर दिया उनको अनम्यूट सबको। वर्किंग है सर।
वर्किंग है
ओके,
ना?
थैंक यू।
और ये पीपीटी भी दिख रहा है ना?
हाँ, पीपीटी दिख रहा है सर।
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thank you, thank you. Now, this workplace exposure, it is also some people can be exposed to radiation at work. Take example, the people who are working in nuclear power plants, they may be exposed to higher levels of radiation as compared to general public. And people who work in uranium mines are there, and these are also exposed to radiation in the form of radon. Then people who work in health or dental care, particularly those who are working with X-ray or other imaging test equipment or who work with radioactive isotopes may be exposed to radiation at work. And this may also these people may be exposed, those who are working in research labs. And in US, people who are likely to be exposed to radiation, they are monitored carefully because they are taking that care. And exposure is limited to effective dose of 100 MSV over 5 years with maximum of 50 MSV in any single year. Means there are exposure limits is there and in which meter is there and it is means taking that reading. How much exposure level is there so that if it is crossing the limit then they are taken means not exposed to that and they are means eliminated from that work and safety precautions are there. Even now some of the consumer products we are exposed to some ionizing radiation. This Tobacco products contain low levels of radiation which may come from soils it is grown on or fertilizer used to help it. And tobacco may account for significant portion of yearly radiation. And some building materials used in home or other structures may contain low levels of naturally occurring radiation. The amount of radiation can vary depending on what they are made. Even some cases I will be showing daily how we are going to nuclear radiation exposure. Many smoke detectors contain a small amount of very low level radioactive material that helps detect the smoke. This material is sealed in container. Then food irradiation means ionizing radiation is used to kill bacteria and other forms on certain foods because we are finding that it is either tomato sauce or some food particles or some food items which we are purchasing. So these can be kept stored for 2-3 months or 6 months. Tomato sauce which we are using that can be used for 6 months or 1 year. Or beverages or some means these fruit jams and other eatables. These are exposed to some chemical processes or some radiation therapy it is going so that it should continue long time. But the side effect is it is irritating. Food may affect the persons who are consuming that. Hence, it is needed to check how much time this is there. And according to US Standard Department of Agriculture, irritating food does not cause become radioactive, but there are chances that food anytime cooking or freezing it may affect that. Then airport security scanners. This is one of the means problem for air travelers. Definitely we have to go through that scanner. No person is exempted from that. Even pilots and crew members they are also exposed to this scanning. And these airports have now begun to use whole body scanners as way to detect objects hidden by clothing because of these terrorists and hijackers. These new developments are coming in which whole body scanning is done. These scanners are different from metal detectors. So this type of body scanning currently used in millimeter wave technology. This another type of body scanner based on backscatter technology. It uses weak X-rays aimed at surface of body to capture whole body image. These scanners are not now used because of their limitations. Then ultraviolet radiation. This is the form of electromagnetic radiation which is coming from sun and man-made sources that tanning beds and welding torches. Because in fabrication shop, when we are using this for joining purpose or melting purpose, so this radiation is caused. So this is the emission or sending out of energy from any source. There are many types of radiation ranging from very high frequency radiation, just like X-ray and gamma rays, to very low energy, low frequency radiation, just like radio waves, which we are even not knowing. They are hidden, but we are going to exposure of that. These ultraviolet rays are in the middle of this spectrum. They have more energy than visible light, but not as much as X-rays. These are different types of UV rays based on how much energy they have. So these high energy UV rays are form of ionizing radiation. And these they are divided into A, B, and C. Ultraviolet rays have the least energy among UV rays, and these ultraviolet A rays they can cause skin cells to age and cause some indirect damage to cells DNA. These UVA rays are mainly linked to long-term skin damage such as wrinkles. They are thought to play a role in some skin cancers also. Then ultraviolet B rays have slightly more energy than UVA rays. They can damage the DNA in skin cells directly and are main source of cause sunburns. They are also thought to cause most skin cancers because in India it is very rare case we are listening skin cancer, but in cold countries this is one of the problem of the residents. If they are having some this cancer means skin cancer problem is there because of these UV rays. The UVC rays have the high energy as compared to UA A and B. To this react with ozone in our atmosphere and don't reach the ground. Hence, we are not that much, or usually we are having less exposure to skin cancer because of this. But these ultraviolet C rays can also come from sun man-made sources such as arc welding torches, mercury lamps, which we are now using in our functions or in celebrations, and UV sanitizing bulbs used to kill bacteria and other germs such as in water, air, food, or on surfaces. Now, how people are exposed to ultraviolet radiation? First one is main role is of sunlight. This is the main source of UV radiation. Of course, this is coming very few amount from sun. Then different types of ultraviolet rays reach the ground in different amounts. And 95% of the ultraviolet rays from the sun reach the ground, while remaining 5% ultraviolet B rays are there. Now, the strength of ultraviolet rays reaching the ground depends on number of factors such as time of day. Means this is between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Means even that's why the means medical practitioners or skin specialists or dermatologists, they are advising to take sun bath, just like sun rays we are exposing, taking that, they call that sun bath. Is taking that sun rays or sitting in sunlight morning 8 up to 8 or evening after 4 to 5, means half an hour, 1 hour. Because during that time it is this impact of UV rays is very minimum. Then season of the year, whether it is summer or winter, then distance from the equator, latitude, because even it is also affecting whether you are residing in US or in America or in India or in any other part. Then altitude, that is whether you are residing at high altitudes, just like Himalayas or hill areas, or at ground level. Then clouds, this is also thing. Then reflection of surfaces, whether any means water, sand, snow, pavement, or grass, leading to increase in exposure. And contents of the air, that is ozone in the upper atmosphere, filters majority of the ultraviolet radiation. So this is, hence we are finding that ozone depletion is going on. Ozone layer depletion is going on because of this ultraviolet radiation impact. The amount of UV exposure a person gets depends on strength of the rays, length of time the skin is exposed, and whether skin is protected through the sunscreens or clothing, or some special clothes we are using, or any sunscreen is there. Then man-made sources of UV rays are people can be exposed, just like sun lamps and sunbeds, these tanning beds and boots. This amount and type of UV radiation is exposed, and the most modern UV tanning beds emit UVA rays as compared to UVB. And even phototherapy, ultraviolet therapy, that is some skin problems such as psoriasis. This is helped by treatment with UV light or treatments known as PUA. That is a drug called as Soralen is given first, and after that this PUA is treatment is given, means ultraviolet light treatment is given. The drug collects in the skin and makes it more sensitive to UV. Then the patient is treated with UVA radiation. Another treatment option is use of UVB alone without taking a drug. So this is also there. Then black light lamps are there. So these lamps use black to give off UV rays, that is UVA lamps, and the bulb also gives up that. Some visible light have this, but it is filtering that blocks, and these bulbs have purple glow and are used to view fluorescent material. This bug zapping insect traps, also known as black light, this gives off some UV rays, but the bulbs use different filter that cause them to glow blue. Then mercury vapor lamps, which we are using, so this is also one of the source of radiation. These mercury vapor lamps can be used to light large public areas such as streets or gymkhanas or gyms or any functions. These, and they are actually made of two bulbs, an inner bulb that emits light and ultraviolet rays, that is outer bulb that filters out the UV. This UV exposure can only occur if outer bulb is broken. means some prevention is there, but if it is broken, then this results in radiation. Some mercury vapor lamps are designed to turn themselves off when the outer bulb breaks. Means it is one of the preventive measures in that. The ones that don't have the feature are only supposed to be installed behind a protective layer. And high pressure xenon and mercury arc lamps, plasma torches, and welding arcs. When we are in this welding process in manufacturing and fabrication process industry, these are the exposure of that xenon and xenon mercury arc lamps. These sources of light and UV rays, such as UV curing, or that is of inks and coatings, disinfection to stimulate sunlight, to test solar panels, and even in some car headlights, this is also used. Most of these, along with these plasma torches and welding torches, are mainly source of concern in terms of workplace ultraviolet exposure. Well, whether ultraviolet radiation cause cancer, it is some discussions or some debates are going on to this, because most skin cancers are result of exposure to UV rays in sunlight. Both basal cells and squamous cells cancers, the most common types of skin cancer, this is type of that cancer, skin cancer. They tend to be found on sun-exposed parts of the body, and their occurrence is typically related to lifetime sun exposure. The risk of melanoma, a serious problem but less common type of skin cancer, is related to sun exposure. And skin cancer is also linked to exposure to some man-made sources of UV rays also. And studies have found links between certain behaviors and markets of makers of sun exposure and melanoma of the skin, including activities that lead to intermittent sun exposure, just like sunbathing, water sports, and taking vaccination in sunny places. Because in news channels or in cinemas or in any news serials, we are finding in those who are some in some situations, those who are living in seashore areas or coastal areas, that they are taking that sitting along the coastal area on chair, and they are taking that sunlight or sunbath. The signs of some damage to skin, such as liver spots, actinic keratosis, and solar keratosis, it is also one of the means loss to skin. Both ultraviolet rays don't penetrate deeply into body, they would be expected to cause cancer. However, this marker cell carcinoma, that is this type of skin cancer, and melanoma of the eye, it is also one of the cause of these cancers. Many studies have found that people who use tanning beds or booths have higher rise risk of skin cancer, including melanoma and squamous based and skin cancers. The risk of melanoma is higher if a person started indoor tanning before age 30 or 35. This International Agency for Research and Cancer, it is one of the part or the ancillary body of WHO, and they have done some studies on that, and based on the available data, they have made following determinations. These studies find that basal and squamous cell skin cancers are linked to certain behaviors, such as people in the sun, number of markers for sun exposure, such as spending time in sun for recreation, just like going to beach, then spending a lot of time in the sun, that is in swimsuit, living in area that gets a lot of sunlight. So take example of in India, Kutch, we are having so much means sun rays or daylight, nearly 13 hours we are getting that sunlight in Kutch area in Gujarat or Rajasthan area, majority of these desert parts of Rajasthan, that is there. Then having serious sunburns in the past, or having signs of sun damage to the skin, such as liver spots, actinic keratosis, and solar ectosis, that is thickened, dry, wrinkled skin caused by sun exposure. That is the disease is there on the neck. Then solar radiation is carcinogenic to humans. Use of emitting tanning devices is carcinogenic, means causing cancer to humans, and this UV radiation means ABRC is carcinogenic to humans, means this is responsible cancer in humans. The National Toxicology Program is formed from parts of several different US government agencies, including National Institute of Health, Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. They are advising this. These are powerful health authorities in the US, and they are advocating and advising the residents and public or government. Actually, this CDC I came to know when corona cases were in high at its peak in US, and this CDC they are giving advisory now when these people should use airports or travel air modes. Now this air transport have been now banned by advice of this CDC because again corona is spreading in Russia and Germany and some parts of Europe. And hence this advisory is coming from CDC, that is Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and they are advocating to governments of America, and accordingly this advisory and decisions are taken. Now air what means different crossing that other countries, at least coming to India, this is now restricted because of the advisory of the CDC, and they have now means they are banning that again, which was 4 5 months back. All air transport was banned. Again, it is coming. The developments are going on in that way. This solar radiation is also carcinogenic. Exposed to sun lamps and sunbeds is also carcinogenous. Broad spectrum radiation is also causing radiation. Then UV, ABC radiation, these are also carcinogenic. Now, in addition to skin cancer, exposure to UV can cause other health problems. That is, this is premature aging of the skin, signs of sun damage, that is wrinkles, leathery skin, liver spots, actinic keratosis, and psoriasis. They can also cause eye problems. Because of this, they can cornea on front of the eye, they can become inflamed or burnt. It is also one of the new problems coming, eye problems. That's why, because the people they are those who are suffering from cornea, the doctors or physicians they are exposing and advising to use the dark glasses so that the eye should not come to sunlight or light, either through bulbs, either through tube lights or sunlight. The people should be minimum radiation or minimum penetration on the sun cornea should means eye cornea should be there. This hence dark these goggles are advised by the doctors, those who are having cornea problems or some eye problems are there, eye irritation is there. Then they can also lead to formation of cataracts, including lens clouding on the lens of eye, or that is pterygium, that is tissue growth on surface of the eye, both of which can impair the vision. That is also new problem. And exposure to US rays can also weaken the immune system. It is also new problem is coming in which our human immune system, just like corona is means weakening our immune system. Those who are affected by corona, they are not that much stronger as compared to non-affected persons because this immune system is affected. This UV rays are also weakening that immune system. This can lead to problems such as reactivation of herpes triggered by exposure to sun. It can cause vaccines to be less effective because now at that time even vaccines will not function in that. These are the effects of that. And again, UV rays and vitamin D is there. Of course, vitamin D, doctors are advising to take sun rays, but that is constraints are there. It should be before 8 or 8:30 morning, and it should be 20 to 25 minutes exposure, not longer time. Then how we can avoid exposure of UV radiation? This is we can protect with skin with clothing, then wear a hat, more, means big hat so that our face is protected, head, face and neck is protected, wear sunglasses, use sunscreen. Then radon and cancer is there. I will go to some other exposure of radiation because which is in industry. Even this radio frequency radiation, which we are majority of are exposed to this because this is new radiation is coming and this is totally hidden. We are not knowing it is we are exposed, but definitely all persons are affected with this. This is emission sending out of energy from any source, and when these are other types that act differently. Now this radio, this is also referred to as electromagnetic spectrum, and this is the picture or the comparison or the readings in which we are finding that The frequency means waves per second, and there is how much direct current and extremely low frequency kilohertz, and non-ionizing radiation and ionizing radiation diagrams are there, and its impact is there. It means how much it is frequency it is affecting, means computer which we are using, that is 60 to 100 hertz, and power lines, electric lines, transmission lines, that is 50 to 60 hertz. Then TV broadcast, it is 54 to 700 megahertz. It is means all these are of course non-ionizing. Then microwave, which we are using for eating in our keeping these food items, that is 3 to 30 gigahertz. Mobile phones, that is 1.9 to 2.2 gigahertz. Then radio, old conventional AM and FM channels, that is 520 to 1610 kilohertz, and FM channel, that is 87.5 to 108 megahertz. And smart meters, which we are using in our now electricity in residence, that is 0.9 to 2.45 gigahertz. And Wi-Fi, in just like we are using this Wi-Fi system for this internet and other facilities, that is 2.4 to 2.5 gigahertz. Then remote control, which we are using for our TV, that is remote control, that is 5.8 gigahertz. All these are non-ionizing radiation, and ionizing radiation, that is diagnostic radiation, that is 5 to 50 E hertz, and therapeutic radiation, that is 500 to 5000 E hertz. So this is E hertz means 10 raised to 15 to 10 raised to 21. That their limit is. Means hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz, then E hertz. Means E hertz is more than 10 raised to 15 onwards. So that is coming under E hertz. So this diagnostic radiation and therapeutic radiation, it is so much huge intensity of radiation or waves is there. Hence, this is causing skin is becoming darker. So this is the means range of that electromagnetic spectrum. And examples of ionized radiation include this. And now, what is this radio frequency radiation? This is including radio waves and microwaves, that is non-ionizing time. And now, how people are exposed to RF radiation? These natural sources, that is open space and sun, then sky, including lightning strikes. Whenever lightning is there during this monsoon season or at some other place, then Earth itself, most radiation from Earth is infrared, but very small fraction is radio frequency. Then man-made radio frequency radiation includes sources such as broadcasting radio and TV signals. Hence, we are finding that those towers, even nowadays, these mobile towers, in some cases, our mobile is not catching that, and we are saying ki range is not there. Means network problem is there. Hence, people are putting that towers, telephone or mobile towers above buildings. But this is also causing this radio frequency radiation, RF. And this transmitting signals from cordless telephones, that's like cordless, it is also having some RF radiation. Then cell phones and cell phone towers. Then satellite phones, those who are used by this, some terrorists, they were using that satellite phones during this Pulwama attack and surgical strike. These cell phone were satellite telephones, where mobile satellite phones were used, in which our soldiers attacked Pakistan during 3 to 5 morning 2 years back, and these satellite phones were used. Even terrorists, those who have used in Mumbai bomb blast, they have used that satellite phones. And two-way radios, just like we are having this are walkie-talkie sets, those who are used by police personnel and security, or even railway persons. So this is also coming from that. Even radars, they are also using this RF radiation. Even Wi-Fi, Bluetooth devices. Just we are using this Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and smart meters. Because my mobile was not working, range problem, hence I am using this now, delivering this lecture by using this Wi-Fi of my wife's mobile phone, connecting that. Hence 10 to 11 minutes gone in that setting, because Airtel not working at morning 10 a.m. Hence I was delayed by 10-11 minutes. But this Wi-Fi is also causing this RF radiation, and I am now Means while preparing this, I came to know, because I was not knowing how this is radiation is going on, or we are exposed to that. But when I was preparing, I got so much awakened how much exposure level is there and how we are living. We are using these smart devices, but we are not knowing the hidden damages these are causing on our health. So this, while preparing, I came to know that how it is means harmful to our body also. So hence my request to all of you is please use these for minimum time wherever it is possible, or take preventive measures wherever it is essential. So we can use that, either speakers are connected with this laptop or mobile phone or computers, so that we can use these speakers and Wi-Fi and this means just like Google Meet or this WebEx meeting or this Microsoft meeting. So we can means use also, means instead of talking on this video on a mobile, we can use this laptop or computers, so that it will be minimum exposure to our head and mouth and ears. Even welding pieces of polyvinyl chloride using certain machines and millimeter wave scanners, the type of full body scanner used for security screening, it is also causing that RF radiation. Some people can have significant RF exposure as part of their jobs, because when they are daily means coming in contact with that, then they become habitual of that. But when new person is there, then hence we might be finding some health problems. And I was telling you one that CID channels report which I have seen 4 years back on Sony channel, in which this when CBI person they were investigating what was the reason for this persons no any other medical disease or any illness or any problem, and suddenly they die within 1 week. Then they came to conclusion that the people, these scrap vendors are lower income persons, those who are collecting this scrap from our household and industries. So they purchased that items, and this material was stolen from by one of the students in Delhi College and in a from physics laboratory, and that radioactive material he sold to that scrap vendor because of money. And when even he was not knowing this is having radioactive material, and that material was lying for a number of weeks, and these this means iron and other metal parts, they got exposed to this radioactive material, and they also get radioactivity, and these they become infected, and hence those scrap vendors who purchase that scrap, they also come in contact with this exposure, and they got affected, and their body become blacker within 1 week. Their hair were means removed from their body, and their blood was means reducing, just like soaking, and within 1 week they all of these died, 5 to 6%. Then they came to conclusion reverse engineering what was the reason. Then they one by one reverse engineering, and they come to conclusion this was the cause of that death of that person. Means how scrap vendors or you and me are exposed to these type of means radiation effects. This is there, but we are not knowing if this is there. To this, most people are exposed to much lower, whereas RF radiation is every day. We are presence of RF signals, even mobile towers on our own buildings. If not on our own building, in nearby area it is there. So this is also causing these effects. Then radio and TV broadcast, even Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cell phones, cell phone towers, and other sources. These microwave ovens which we are using are in some places in those who are persons who those who are working are ladies are housewives, those who are employed in any organization, and they are not making the food morning and evening. They are making food in one time and keeping that in microwave oven when they are using or eating. If they are at the time this food is exposed to this RF radiation, in that food absorbs microwaves, it causes water molecules in the food to vibrate and it produces heat. These microwaves do not use X-rays or gamma, but they are not making food radioactive. These micro ovens are designed so that microwaves are contained within the oven itself. These micro ovens are used according to instructions. In US, federal standards limit the amount of RF radiation that can leak from microwave oven. That is also preventions are there. Then full body security scanners are there in which they are using that. Then cell phone and cell towers, these are also RF radiation is there. Because I have prepared these 220 slides for this 2 hours lecture, and means it took minimum 3 days for me to prepare this, because this was the new topic. Coordinator says that we require this radiation and how it can be prevented in workplace. So hence I accepted this challenge, ki, sir, I will prepare and I will do, and I have taken that, and I am thankful to organizers for giving this topic to me, and according to that, while preparing, I now become aware of that, ki, how much radiation effect we are daily exposed to that, and at least we are taking that much preventions. Then the studies have found that increased risk of uncommon heart tumors, that is malignant stroke, schwannomas in male rats. Of course, this is the test on rats, and they are working on that. US National Toxicology Program run by Ramazzini Institute in Italy, and they have done these studies, key exposure of RF waves to enter bodies, and that they are most of their natural lives, and before birth and continuing, means this is research is going on in mice and rats, and these studies are still going on, but some indications are that it is there, and we are affected by this. Even this International Commission on Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection in 2019, they have determined that the limitations of study didn't allow conclusions, and how I can avoid exposure to RF radiation. Of course, it is our day-to-day life. If we restrict means our cell phones, but when we are working in office, we have to work on computers. Some radiation, these network towers will be there. Some other in fabrication, those who are mechanical engineers, this fabrication industry, they are working. Then, and during this welding process, this radiation is there. So hence, we can minimize that. Some ways we can lower this exposure, that is avoid jobs with increased RF exposure, limit the time you spend near appliances, and limit the time you spend with cell phone against your, that is closer to your body. We should restrict that. We can restrict that. Some prevention measures are now available. These earphones are available, or we can link or means attach with laptop or computer, and we are not directly our head and mouth is not coming directly with this. Even power lines, electrical devices, and extremely low frequency radiation is there. Because we have seen, and this is the fact, in urban areas or in metros, the land rate of the locality which is below the power lines or extra high voltage power lines, the rates of the land is comparatively lower as compared to other area. Nearly, it means 1 kilometer away from that area under power line, extra high voltage power lines, transmission lines. Because this is also causing, because those people who are residing below power lines are working in below power lines, that they are exposed to this RF radiation also. So this is there. Hence, the property rates in metro cities, it is comparatively less because of this reason. Then electric and magnetic fields are there, in which, and how we can, how people are exposed means generating, transmitting, distributing electricity. All these are exposed to this ELF radiation. Power lines, also wiring, and any device that uses electricity can generate ELF radiation. Even we can means when we are having wiring in our home or in our office, so we can means purchase that good quality or standard company wiring and other infrastructure facilities, because we purchase at some time, some people purchase this because of that some costly items, so we purchase that cheaper item, but this is also affecting, and hence we are finding that people, we are even some cases we find that this means fire accidents are happening, and because of that short circuit is going on. So this is the one of the reason. Because of this, if it is of not good quality wiring or any electrical infrastructure, then the short circuit problems are occurring, and because of this, fires are occurring in the shops and precedence. So this is also one of the means it is the other side of that ELF radiation, and it is caused because of this factor also. Any electric device from refrigerator, vacuum cleaner, television, computer monitors are sources of ELF radiation. Because when we are exposed, nowadays we are finding that new computers and screens are coming in which its curvature is just like a cinema curvature. Means it is some arc curvature is there instead of flat. So that its effect can be monitored, or even some these shields are provided on that screen of that laptop and computers, so that it is minimizing that emission radiation. Even electric blankets exposed to radiation are also. And how we can avoid this ELF radiation? So these National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, this recommends people concerned about their exposure to EMF radiation, and we should have moving arms away from source. In power lines, people who are concerned with their air radiation, they should keep in mind that intensity of exposure goes down as away from the source. Hence, strength of activity is higher directly under power line. So we get further away from that so that we are exposed to less and less with less eventuality matching for normal home background levels. Even electromagnetic field directly under power line is typically in the range of what we can be exposed to using certain household appliances. Even we have seen that now cellular phones, how we can, so this become in 1990s in US. These were cellular phones or cell phones, they were popular from 1990s, and after that we are using that. New developments are going on now, 6G 5G mobiles are coming in India. It is uh, last week there was one contract in which for 5G spectrum quotations were called by government of India, and this was news item in that key. Now 5G mobiles will be available in India. Up till now we are having 4G mobiles, and for 5G spectrum, government of India has made one quotation, and this they have floated that tender. So this was in news item last week. I've seen redone and seen on news channels. So these cell phones give form of energy known as radio frequency waves. So this is the picture where cell phone towers are on the top of the one of the building, and how this setup is there, but it is causing RF, and again that is this how people are exposed. These RF waves come from cell phone's antenna, which is part of body, and then waves are strongest at the antenna and lose energy as they travel away from the phone. This body tissues is closest to phone absorb more energy, and the how we can prevent that. That is, these are the different factors. The amount of time the person is on phone. Those who are continuously talking on mobile, thus those who are having young students or young people are talking with their friends. They are continuously talking hours. When you will be dialing, phone is busy, you will be finding that. And these persons are affected by this. We should minimize that. We can talk, but we should minimize the continuation of that. We can talk frequently, means breaking of that, so that it will not be constant. And distance and part to the nearest cell phone. When there is cell phone, specific absorption rate is there, in which this specific absorption rate, it is the amount of RF energy from phone absorbed by the user's body. The upper limit of SR allowed in US is 1.6 watts per kg of body weight. This limit they have set. In India, we are not having any limits on that, but in US, we are finding they always prescribe that. And this US Federal Communications Commission, they have recommended that this any person that will be exposed only 1.6 watts per kg of body weight. This is specific absorption rate from the solar phones, cell phones. So of course, there are not confirmed cases, but the studies are going on in which because it is affecting brain and ear. Because majority of the time, or when we are talking on mobile or cell phone, so it is directly coming to ear as well as our brain or our heads. And these are the two parts, or our mouth, three parts. So hence these chances of cancers or any malfunctioning, it is possible. Studies are going on. It is not confirmed, but the incidences are coming in which these indications are there. Okay, this is somewhat affecting. Even these are, I have read or seen one news report in which last year one executive engineer of MSCB, Maharashtra Electricity Board in Sangli, he was died because he was talking when lightning was going on. Means lightning means when बिजली कड़क रही थी और उस टाइम बारिश हो रही थी. And he was talking on his mobile, 4G mobile last year. And he was executive engineer and rains was going on and उस टाइम बिजली कड़क रही थी. Lightning was going on. And when lightning was there and his phone get means direct electricity came in his phone, and he died on the spot. Why? Because he was using that phone. Hence, it is advised, and even I have experienced one of my relatives' TV was short circuit because when lightning was there 15 years back, and they were using that TV, and when in August September when lightning was there monsoon season, and their TV became short circuited and blast. Hence, people are advising when lightning is going on, rains are going on, we should not use these phones. If it is essential, just give message and switch off the phone, or not switch off, at least don't use that phone. Because this can electricity when it is striking or जब बिजली कड़क रही है तो this can be transmitted in our body. To the, and because of this, executive engineer lost his life because of this simple reason. Then we should avoid that. And inter phone study, they have also done that. Then Danish cohort study, they have also come to conclusion that this is the cell phones are also means giving some chances of this salivary gland tumors because these brain tumors, then salivary gland tumors because it is of the cancer or the disorder of mouth because these three, ear, mouth, and our head are exposed in cancer. Is there are chances. It is not yet confirmed, but some incidences are there. This is directly related with that. Then million women study, they have done that in which 8 lakh women in UK, they have been examined and tested for 7-year period, and they have come to conclusion that there is, of course, there is not direct relationship, but the chances are there. Long-term use can cause the problems. And how we can lower this exposure to RF waves from cell phones? Use the speaker mode or video chat feature on the phone or hands-free device such as cordless or corded earpiece. Then Bluetooth earpiece typically transmit RF waves at much lower rates. Then texting instead of talking. Means text we can use or send messaging. Then limit your children's cell phone use because students nowadays are because of this online. Students are continuously exposed to cell phones, so we can utilize, minimize that. Then this 5G are capable of transmitting much larger amounts of data. Hence, there are non-ionizing radiation impact is there. Here we are finding that this is of use. In which almost all persons they are sitting in one cafe and all are busy in using their mobiles, 5G mobiles. Then cordless phones are also causing, of course, we are having some cordless phones or remote controls. So they are also, they operate at 1/600 of our cell phones, but they are less likely to concern in terms of health effects. Are plugged into telephone jacks and wired to telephone device. And Bluetooth, including earbuds. These have an option of using wireless, that is Bluetooth earbuds. Then phone can also connect to other devices, that is tablets, laptops, car dashboards, using Bluetooth. So these Bluetooth devices use RF waves, and it's smart meters just like these electricity meters. We use these such as electricity, natural gas, and water. Because in India, at least in Maharashtra, it is not their water meter, electric meter. It is compulsory in every household resident or consumer, or in natural gas, or this in metros in Pune and other Hyderabad and other Mumbai. This gas pipeline is through metered pipeline now. There are two options: either to purchase that cylinder, gas cylinder, LPG cylinder, or take metered LPG gas through, just like water is coming, that LPG gas is coming in pipelines. So these smart meters, they are also causing some radiation also. Those who are using this either home or at work, they are also exposed to this. So there are studies are going on in which to this International Agency for Research and Cancer, they have confirmed that RF radiation is possibly carcinogenic to humans. Means it is there, chances are there. Because RF is carcinogenic, and smart meters give of RF, hence it is smart meters could cause increase the cancer risk in human being. And these smart meters are also causing. Then how we can reduce exposure to RF from smart meters? To then how we can protect from ourselves from radiation? That is time, distance, and shielding. This is the most effective way throughout world it is adopted, because you have to work. We cannot restrict that economy. When development is going on, it is the other side of the coin, in which some side effects are there, because this is also one of the challenge in developed countries, because their economy is so prospering and their side effects are also there. So these people, those who are working, they are exposed to this, and time, distance, and shielding is the best possible solution. And how it can be there? It is diagram is there. Time for these people who are exposed to radiation in the background, limiting or minimizing the exposure time. Then distance. Just as the heat from a fire reduces, as you away from that, the dose of radiation decreases dramatically as you increase your distance from the source. Keep that distance from the source. Then shielding. Barriers of lead, concrete, or water provide protection from penetrating gamma and X-rays. Even this, when these radio materials are stored underwater or in concrete or lead lined rooms, and dentists place a lead blanket on patients receiving X-rays of their teeth. Hence, inserting the proper shield between you and radiation source will greatly reduce and eliminate the dose used. Then radiation emergencies can be there. Suppose it is there, then how we can prevent, just like in nuclear power plant accident or terrorist events. And suppose this North Korea is always threatening two worlds. Kim Jong, president of Northern Korea, and he is always threatening, don't touch me or don't means restrict me, otherwise I will be having that nuclear bomb, hydrogen bomb, and I will expose that and I will blast that. And to these chances are there, or take example of terrorist attack in that, or terrorists, they can use that. They are not worrying about the humanity or the charity. They are just, their purpose is to create the chaos or to disturb the people. Hence we can restrict that or avoid in that situation. Because now drones, this of course these drones are used for renewable energy, for corona patients, or corona control, corona COVID, these protocols maintaining, or some other means identification of our police, health authorities. But the other side of this misuse of this, this drones is this attack was at Jammu Kashmir, Srinagar airport, so these Pakistani terrorists attacked these with the missiles with the help of drones. Of course, we are not propagating or advocating for these drones used as a terrorist attack, but the other side of the coin is that this is misused by these terrorists. Of course, this technology is used for the positive side, but these terrorists, you are using this for destructive purpose. And we can minimize that. In that, we can get, in case there is any radiation emergency, then we can protect to us, our children, our animals, or our to that get inside, stay inside and stay tuned. And get inside may get radiation emergency. If you are asked to get in building, then sheltering in a place, then bring pets inside. Then here it is the symbol in which we should get inside the room. We should not move here and there. Then stay inside. It will reduce exposure to radiation. Close windows and doors, or removing some curtains, take shower or wipe exposed parts of our body with damp clothes. And drink bottled water and eat food in sealed containers. So here it is stay inside. Then stay tuned means emergency officials are trained to respond to disaster situations, and they are advocating or giving some information on radio, TV, internet, mobile devices, etc. The emergency officials will provide information to where to go. So for screening for contamination, in that stay tuned means keep our this either mobile, either computer, either TV, or any other public means information system is a radio or TV, in which these government authorities they are giving some means advocatory or advisories how we can prevent that. So we should be tuned in that. Then regulations for specific radiation sources are there, in which this environmental radiation protection standards for nuclear power is there. And environmental radiation protection standards for management disposal of spent fuel, high level and transuranic waste is there. Then health and environmental protection standards for uranium and thorium is there. Then criteria for certification and recertification of waste isolation pilot plants compliance is there. Public health and environmental radiation protection standards for Yucca Mountain, Nevada is there. Then these are the national emission standards for hazardous air pollutants and clean. This Marine Protection Research Sanctuaries Act is there. Nuclear Waste Policy Act is there. And Safe Drinking Water Act is also there. Then Comprehensive Environmental Response Compensation and Liability Act is there. Then Uranium Mill Tannings Radiation Control Act. Then Waste Isolation Pilot Plant Land Withdrawal Act. Then this is the some of these radioactive pollution, how it can be, it is causing that. Because it is estimated that 20% of radiation we are exposed to human activities. It means 20% at least we can minimize that. Now, this is some of the means radioactive materials and how it is affecting our life or how it is causing. And of course, this is the part of our day-to-day life. We cannot keep away from that, but beyond that, we can minimize that. So these are some of. I will wind within 10 minutes because we are having your other experts in the queue. So I will try how much we can cover one by one, or at least major which are prominent. In the cesium 137 is it is having half life of 30 years. It is radioactive material. It is used water soluble uses, and the body its half life becomes 110 days. And these cesium 132 through nuclear fallout or more commonly through water soluble products contain traces which carry beta and gamma radiation to the tissue cells, and exposure can lead to cancer. This strontium 90 poisoning. To this strontium, it is silver yellow alkaline metal used in fireworks. So all nuclear weapon tests and deployments result in large amounts of this senior fallout, and this can be inhaled or ingested from contaminated soil, crops, or water. And once inside the body, most of it passes through body. So we can, it is causing this bone marrow, and teeth, and causes cancer. Then strontium 85 poisoning is there. It is in medicines to detect the increased levels of calcium in bone and fractures and tumors. This is radioactive isotope and it has half-life of 64.8 days. So this can be absorbed into the bones of small children. Large doses of chromium-85 displace calcium in the bones and cause chronic renal failure, means kidney failure, bone deformity and tumors. Then plutonium-238 poisoning. So this is silverly metal. This is radioactive isotope of plutonium with special characteristics. Then this, if it is consumed, then lungs, bronchia, liver and bone marrow are immediately affected by this. Okay. Urinary.
Hello, Dr. Ashok Motani, sir.
Within 5-10 minutes, you are wind.
Okay, right, please.
Within 5 minutes, because there's some of the, of course, I will just go one by one slide. I will not read that. I will these provide to for the resource material for your participants.
Right, please carry on.
Uranium-235 poisoning is there. This is uranium is used in nuclear power plants. Then chromium, cobalt, then calcium-47, then iodine-123 poisoning, krypton. This is then nickel, radium-226, then strontium, then thorium, then tritium, uranium-235, radon poisoning, which we done that. Then these are some of the developments in which BARC means Bhabha Atomic Research Center. It is in Mumbai, Chembur. So these activities for environmental surveillance and radioactive protection, they are taking research on that and how we can minimize these radiation effects. So their activities are going on and they are doing some good works on that. In which they have done that environmental impact and dose risk assessments of radiological and chemical contaminants. These core research and development areas are there under that IRMON, that is Indian Environmental Radiation Monitoring Network. More than 500 national environmental radiation monitoring systems the country have been established by the BARC, and they are taking these readings and observations to monitor these. What is the effect of that radiation on human and other? So these are some of the spotlight for environmental radiation monitoring. This is of India, in which BARC have established these centers, research centers, and studies are going on. So these systems and methodology developed by aerial radiation monitoring, and this radiation exposure protection, they are utilizing that. This is the how we can increase our effectiveness. This personal protective equipment, just like in Corona, we are using these PP kits. Same it is there, which requires worker to wear something. Then these are the different preventive measures. Here we can eliminate the exposure before it can occur at the top. These are the preventive measures where we can protect ourselves from radiation. So this is the radiation which is in day-to-day life, in our residence life, in our living, in our working life, in manufacturing, in our workplace. Everything it is radiation is there. I have covered nearly 220 slides are there. To this